Just like we're flexing muscles when we run, we're also flexing our integrity when we follow through on what we say we're going to do. Every time you get clear on what you're committed to, you declare it and you follow through. That's you flexing your muscle. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Flexing your muscle of integrity. And I think it's an important step here to first really get clear, like boil it down to what you're committed to. So often what we're up to, what we're committed to, what we want, all of this is kind of floating in a soup of ambiguity and lack of clarity, living in someday, tomorrow, maybe, am I allowed? Those types of hesitancy, unsure vibrations. Lack of clarity is also a clever strategy by the conditioned intellect or the ego to not hold us really accountable for what we say we're up to. Because if I'm not really clear on what I'm committed to, then I'm not being held accountable. There's nothing specifically at stake. I can't fail because I didn't really have an aim. I couldn't miss the mark because I wasn't really clear that I was aiming for something specific. So, get clear on what you're committed to, which is then calling you to a certain new standard. I'm committed to this. Now it's an invitation to live into that space. But that's the juice of life. Set yourself up and live into the stretch. Live into the progress, the evolution, the alignment. Move from chaos to order. Move from lack of clarity to small, simple, and specific, what I call the SSS technique or point of view. Get small, simple, and specific about what you're creating. Now that you have the terms of the game clear, now we can play ball. And in a sense, now it is win or lose in terms of, did you follow through on what you said you were going to do? So I said to myself, Matthew, you're going to run 3 miles. When I got out there, it started to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Cold fingers and looks from neighbors and darkness and neglect of house pets and all sorts of things. But the through line, the commitment, was the guiding principle. So how can you make your commitments the guiding principle in your life such that when life happens as it does, thoughts and feelings and circumstances are always going to come up and shift and change, much of which is completely outside of our control. What is in your control? I don't like that word. Let's take it out. What's in your domain, what you are responsible for, is what you're committed to. That's your domain. So make your commitments self-containing. Do all that you can within your resources, your energy, your intelligence, your creativity, your willpower, and also your surrender and your grace. Use all of yourself to play the game of flexing the muscle of your integrity. Get clear on what you're committed to, powerfully follow through, and flex that muscle. And as you do that, you strengthen your relationship to your word. And if you make that a habit, you know going forward, when you say something, you know it's getting done. So we're building a relationship with our word through successive repetition. And a really important element here is utilizing accountability and community. Bring someone on board who wants to play the same game, where you declare what you're committed to and you play the game of playing full out, and you hold each other accountable. And it's really rich and valuable if both parties or multiple parties are all playing the game. They all have skin in the game. They're all vested in it. Everyone is getting naked together, proverbially, unless that's one of your New Year's goals. I'm not sure. But everyone's getting vulnerable, everyone's showing up, everyone's opening themselves, everyone's receiving feedback, everyone is playing the same game. That's a rich ecosystem for your exponential evolution. Surround yourself with people who are playing that same game, who are willing to keep it 100 with you and hold you accountable to your word. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be fluffy, but it's going to be worth it. This is your journey. Flex the muscle of your integrity like you flex the muscles of your body with yourself, and find a partner or a team to hold you accountable and offer that same accountability to others. I appreciate your time and energy and presence. It's been an honor to share this space with you today, and I'll see you very soon. Namaste.